these are certain changes that are very important to ensure your application is complete. IRCC will at a later time request for an immigration medical exam from the applicant. If you do not do an upfront medical and you are not exempt from a medical, your application will be returned as incomplete. Now this exemption was extended until October of 2029. And a lot of folks are now concerned whether those exemptions still apply or not. Immigration medical exam is a requirement for any permanent residence application in Canada. And express entry is one of those applications where immigration medical exam, whether it's upfront or later, becomes very important. IRCC recently announced some changes with regards to the upfront immigration medical exam for express entry. And these are some changes that are very important if you are looking to submit your PR application under express entry anytime soon. What was this change? How does it impact you? This is what we're going to talk about in this video. So stay tuned until the end. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Roof. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. At our firm FHCN, we assist all prospective immigrants with their immigration to Canada. If you are an aspirant who needs assistance, here is our contact information. Feel free to contact us and we would be happy to help you. If you would like to chat with me or any other RCIC in our firm, you can book an appointment. The link to book an appointment is in the description of this video. We would be happy to chat with you. IRCC recently announced some changes in the immigration medical exam requirements for an express entry application, and these are certain changes that are very important to ensure your application is complete. Before we go into the complete details of these changes, let's quickly answer the comment of the week. This comment comes on our video on PGWP extension due to passport expiry, online or paper application. And the question is, do we need to give IELTS exam too? This is a great question, and the answer is no. For an extension, you do not need to do an IELTS exam. An IELTS exam or language test requirement does not apply if you're applying to extend your PGWP that has already been issued. I hope this helps. Now coming back to the immigration medical exam requirement by IRCC for an express entry application. Guys, before IRCC required everyone to do an upfront immigration medical exam when applying for an express entry application. This requirement was there for all express entry applicants. However, lately this requirement starting October of 2023 was laxed, and it was replaced by the fact that in case you want to submit your express entry application without an upfront medical, you can do so, and IRCC will at a later time request for an immigration medical exam from the applicant. This was done because a lot of doctors was busy at the time. There were a lot of IMEs going on with all the PR programs out there, and hence folks were not able to find appointments in order to submit an upfront medical, and hence to ease off the pressure from the panel physicians and ease off the pressure on the medical system, IRCC said that it's okay, we will allow you to submit your express entry application without an upfront medical exam, and we would later request you for an immigration medical exam. Now lately IRCC has announced a policy change around the upfront medical. If you are submitting an application as of August 21st, 2025 for express entry, you need to do an upfront medical. If you do not do an upfront medical and you are not exempt from a medical, your application will be returned as incomplete. And guys, this is very, very, very important. You don't want your hard work to be returned as incomplete. So make sure you carefully evaluate the requirement for a medical exam. If it applies to you, if you're not exempt, you need to do an upfront medical exam. Now guys, this was the change for express entry. For all other types of applications, of course, IRCC does not want you to do an upfront medical. The medical can be done upon request from the processing officer. They'll give you 30 days to do the medical. So that is all sorted. Now, a lot of folks are confused here. The confusion is whether the exemptions still apply or not. If you remember, IRCC had created a public policy to exempt certain foreign nationals who are applying for permanent residence or temporary residence from medical exam requirements. Now, this exemption was extended until October of 2029, and a lot of folks are now concerned whether those exemptions still apply or not? The answer is, guys, yes, those exemptions are still in place. If you're applying for PR or a temporary residence application from within Canada, you're residing within Canada, you've done a medical exam in the last 5 years from the date of submission, and on top of that, your medical exam did not show any significant risk, you are exempt. You can submit a cover letter stating that you are exempt along with your old medical exam that you've done in the last 5 years, and IRCC will accept that. They will accept that for express entry as well. That exemption still applies to express entry. However, if this exemption does not apply to you, then you do need an upfront immigration medical exam, which is valid for 1 year. So make sure that immigration medical exam was done within the 1 year from the date you submit your application. Here on the screen, guys, you can see the medical exam for permanent residence official page from IRCC. And here it talks about the exemption first of all. Uh, Guys, that exemption still stays, which is valid until October 5, 2029. And the exemption reasons are you are applying for either permanent residence or temporary residence, you live in Canada, you've completed an IME in the last 5 years, and your previous IME indicated low or no risk to public health, then you're exempt. You can provide the old IME with your application, whether it is express entry or non-express entry. Now, even on this page, here is the section where it talks about when to get your medical exam. Now, for an express entry, as of August 21st, 2025, if you're applying under express entry, you must do a medical exam first. This is called an upfront medical. If you submit your application without this, and if you are not exempt, your application will be returned as incomplete. And guys, trust me, you don't want to do that to yourself after you've worked so hard to get that ITA. For all other applications, IRCC says that after you submit the application, we'll send you instructions on how to get your medical exam done. Now, for express entry, before they had made the system same as all other applications, that you submit the application, we will send you instructions. But now IRCC is moving back to their old system where an upfront medical exam is necessary for an express entry application. A lot of folks are confused whether the exemptions from immigration medical still apply given the new updates from IRCC, and I've shown you the official page from IRCC. The in Canada medical exam exemptions still apply for the applicants inside Canada, but on top of that, IRCC has updated the express entry medical exam requirement for an upfront medical. Now guys, this is all from the official pages, so you don't need to worry about whether the exemptions apply or not. It's pretty clear, the exemptions still apply. However, for those who are not exempt, you need an upfront medical exam for an express entry application. That's it for this video, guys. In summary, if you got an ITA, you're applying for an express entry application, you did not do a medical in the past, you need to do an upfront medical. If you've done a medical in the past and it was in the last 5 years and you're applying from inside Canada, you may be exempt. You need to provide the old medical exam receipt and add a cover letter. And if you don't know how to write that cover letter, go to app.efficient.ca. From there, you can find a template for medical exemption cover letter. You can also generate one for yourself, and giving your information, you can easily generate a template, a letter for yourself that can go in your express entry application. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you found it useful. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you are notified about any new video that we upload. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.